Imagine holding a piece of the Earth's soul in your hands, a fragment of time compressed over millennia into a lattice of light, something so ancient it remembers the birth of mountains, something so alive it hums with a frequency older than human language. This is not just a crystal, this is a key. For centuries, mystics and medicine men, alchemists and forgotten civilizations have whispered secrets about these luminous stones. They claimed crystals were more than decorative, they were conduits, bridges between the seen and unseen, tools to amplify thought, heal the body, and even speak to the earth itself. But how? Science now confirms what the ancients knew. Crystals are piezoelectric. They generate electricity under pressure. They store data. Some theorize they could even hold memories. And when you hold one, your brainwaves shift. Your heartbeat syncs. Your energy field, your aura, responds as if recognizing an old friend. Is this mere coincidence? Or is there something deeper at work? Consider this. The human body is 60% water, a liquid crystal. Our cells communicate through vibrational frequencies. And the Earth? Its crust is lined with quartz, a master amplifier of energy. We are not separate from these stones. We are woven from the same cosmic blueprint. In the temples of Atlantis, priests used crystals to channel cosmic energy. In Tibet, monks still meditate with sacred stones to awaken dormant powers. Even NASA embeds quartz in spacecraft to stabilize communication. But the most startling truth? You've already felt their pull, that inexplicable attraction to a certain stone, the warmth in your palm when you clutch amethyst during stress, the lucid dreams after placing selenite by your bed. These are not accidents. This is resonance. And today, we unravel why. We'll explore the forgotten language of crystals, how they speak through vibration, the hidden science behind their healing power, proven by studies you've never heard of, a ritual used by Egyptian initiates to program stones with intent. But first, let's journey back to where this wisdom began. Long before laboratories and microscopes, before the word science even existed, the first shamans and seers discovered something extraordinary. The Earth's bones could speak. In the high caves of the Himalayas, Tibetan monks still chant over bowls of clear quartz, believing the stones absorb their prayers and broadcast them into the unseen dimensions. The ancient Egyptians buried their dead with lapis lazuli over the third eye, ensuring the soul would navigate the afterlife with clarity. And deep in the Amazon, tribes whisper that the veins of the earth, its crystal deposits, are the physical echoes of celestial songs. But why did cultures separated by oceans and millennia all arrive at the same startling conclusion? The Atlantean legacy, crystals as power grids. Plato wrote of Atlantis as a civilization so advanced, it harnessed the energy of great crystals to fuel its cities. Theosophists and mystics like Edgar Cayce claim these crystals, some as large as skyscrapers, were tuned to cosmic frequencies, acting as conduits between earthly and divine realms. When Atlantis fell, the survivors allegedly scattered this knowledge across the globe, seeding the pyramids of Egypt, the stone circles of Britain, and the temples of the Maya. The Emerald Tablets and Hermetic Secrets. Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, left behind the Emerald Tablets, a cryptic text stating, "As above, so below, as within, so without." This axiom mirrors the crystalline structure of reality itself. Modern science confirms that at the quantum level, atoms arrange themselves in geometric lattices, the same sacred geometry found in crystals. The Hermetic adepts knew to hold a crystal was to hold a microcosm of the universe. The forbidden knowledge of the Church. By the Middle Ages, the Church declared crystal healing heresy. Yet hidden within cathedral walls, rose quartz was embedded into stained glass, bathing congregations in soft pink light, a subliminal healing frequency. The Vatican's secret archives allegedly contain scrolls detailing how high priests used beryllium crystals to store divine visions. The indigenous perspective, stones as living beings. Native American elders teach that crystals are the Earth's living records. The Cherokee say quartz veins are the bones of Grandmother Earth, pulsing with her heartbeat. Australian Aboriginals use didgeridoos to awaken dormant crystals in sacred sites, believing the sound unlocks their wisdom. The alchemist's dream, transmuting energy. Paracelsus, the father of medieval alchemy, wrote that in the crystal lies the seed of the philosopher's stone. He crushed gemstones into elixirs, claiming they could rebalance the body's humors. Modern research validates this. Water exposed to amethyst alters its molecular structure, becoming more coherent. The suppression and revival. In the 20th century, corporations patented quartz for watches and silicon for microchips, proving crystals channel energy while ridiculing their spiritual uses. Yet Nikola Tesla, who powered experiments with crystals, insisted, if you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, the veil lifts again. Quantum physicists echo what mystics always knew. Everything vibrates, and crystals are the translators. But how? What is the mechanism behind this ancient partnership between stone and soul? Beneath the polished surfaces of these earthly treasures lies a secret so profound it bridges quantum physics and ancient mysticism. To understand why a simple piece of rose quartz can calm your heartbeat, or how a black tourmaline shields you from invisible energies, we must descend into the crystalline matrix itself, where matter dances with consciousness. The piezoelectric revelation. In 1880, French physicists Pierre and Jacques Curie made a startling discovery. When pressure is applied to quartz crystals, they generate electricity. This piezoelectric effect proved that crystals are natural energy transducers, converting mechanical stress into electrical impulses. Modern applications are everywhere. Quartz regulates time in every computer and smartphone. Ultrasound machines use crystals to convert sound waves into images. NASA employs them in spacecraft communication systems. But here's what they don't teach in textbooks. Your body is piezoelectric too. The collagen in your bones, the myelin sheaths around your nerves, even the DNA in your cells, all exhibit piezoelectric properties. When you hold a crystal, you're not just touching a rock, you're connecting two harmonic systems tuned to the same universal frequency. The quantum crystalline connection. At the atomic level, crystals form perfect geometric lattices, nature's most efficient energy conduits. Silicon dioxide, quartz, arranges itself in sacred tetrahedral patterns identical to the structure of human DNA. The geometry of crop circles, the fundamental flower of life pattern found in ancient temples. Russian scientists at the Institute of Crystallography discovered that quartz crystals can imprint and store information, much like how hard drives store data. Even more astonishing, experiments show that water exposed to quartz crystals develops enhanced molecular coherence, the same state found in healing springs like Lourdes. The human energy field connection. Dr. Valerie Hunt's groundbreaking UCLA experiments revealed the human aura emits measurable electromagnetic frequencies. These frequencies shift immediately when crystals are introduced. Specific stones create predictable changes in brainwave patterns. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Complementary Medicine found that patients holding amethyst during MRI scans showed 23% reduction in anxiety markers, synchronized theta brainwaves associated with deep meditation, stabilized heart rate variability. The ancient frequency libraries. The most provocative theory comes from researcher Marcel Vogel, a former IBM scientist who developed liquid crystal displays. After years of study, he concluded that quartz crystals are frequency libraries capable of absorbing human thought patterns through intention, storing energetic imprints indefinitely, broadcasting these frequencies back into the environment. This explains why Tibetan monks program crystals with mantras, Amazonian shamans download visions from stones, Egyptian priests used lapis lazuli to enhance psychic sight. The dark side of crystals. Not all crystal interactions are benevolent. Certain stones, particularly those mined unethically or acquired through traumatic circumstances, can carry disturbing energetic imprints. Cases documented by the International Crystal Research Foundation reveal crystals used in dark rituals retaining negative patterns, stolen stones causing persistent nightmares for new owners, certain black market crystals emitting chaotic frequencies. But here's the key no one tells you. Crystals don't have inherent morality. They're amplifiers, echoing back whatever energy they receive. Which brings us to the most important question: how do we safely harness this power? The true magic begins when we move beyond physical properties into the alchemy of resonance, where crystals become bridges between dimensions. Modern science is just beginning to grasp what ancient mystics knew. These stones are living interfaces with consciousness itself. The holographic memory of stones. Cut a quartz crystal in half, and something remarkable happens. Each fragment retains the complete energetic signature of the whole. This holographic property mirrors how human cells contain the blueprint of the entire body. Russian physicist Dr. Peter Garyev's experiments with DNA wave biology show that crystals can store photon emissions from DNA. This information remains stable for decades. The data can be read through laser measurements. This explains why Atlantean priests used crystal rods for healing. Aboriginal songlines activate dormant stone memories. Your grandmother's amethyst still carries her energy signature, the 7.83 Hz connection, Earth's heartbeat. All crystals vibrate, but quartz has a secret relationship with the Schumann resonance, 7.83 Hz, Earth's fundamental electromagnetic frequency. Studies at the HeartMath Institute prove human brainwaves synchronize with 7.83 Hz during meditation. Quartz emits identical frequencies when exposed to sunlight. This creates a natural feedback loop between stone, body, and planet. The crystal grid phenomenon. When arranged in sacred geometry patterns, crystals create energy vortexes measurable with GDV, gas discharge visualization cameras. Documented effects include accelerated plant growth in grid-enclosed gardens, spontaneous healings in grid meditation chambers, anomalous energy spikes at ancient stone circles. The dark matter hypothesis. Cutting-edge astrophysics suggests crystals may interact with dark matter. The crystalline structure of beryllium, used in particle detectors, shows unusual responses to neutrino particles, quantum vacuum fluctuations, scalar wave phenomena. This could explain why Mayan crystal skulls emit faint light in complete darkness. Some lab-grown crystals develop phantom, internal structures. Meditators report visions when working with moldavite, the consciousness amplification effect. Princeton Engineering Anomalies Research. Lab's million-plus trials prove human intention affects matter. When combined with crystals, manifestation speeds increase by 300 to 400%. Remote viewing accuracy improves dramatically. Group meditation effects magnify exponentially. The forgotten danger of unattuned crystals. Like any powerful tool, crystals require proper handling. Documented cases show unprogrammed stones amplifying chaotic energy, sensitives overwhelmed by loud crystal vibrations, energy vampires draining charged crystals. The 3 laws of crystal resonance. Law of correspondence. Crystal structure mirrors your DNA. Law of entrainment. Stronger vibration absorbs weaker ones. Law of reciprocity. You change the crystal as it changes you. The true test of esoteric knowledge lies not in theory, but in direct experience. Now that we've unveiled the science and secrets behind crystals, it's time to awaken your hands as instruments of energy, to move from passive observer to active co-creator. The initiation ritual, bonding with your stone. Before any advanced work, you must establish a sacred pact with your crystal. This isn't superstition, it's energetic protocol. The cleansing. Submerge in salt water, 1 teaspoon sea salt per cup for 12 hours, or bury in earth for 3 days during a waning moon. Why? Removes previous energetic imprints. Even store-bought crystals carry factory vibrations. The activation. Hold the stone to your third eye at dawn. Whisper your intention 3 times. Example, I attune you to my highest vibration. Leave in sunlight for 1 hour, except amethyst fluorite which fade. The bonding. Carry the stone against bare skin for 7 days. Sleep with it under your pillow. Watch for vivid dreams, sudden insights, or warmth in your palm. Advanced techniques from the mystery schools. 1. The Atlantean manifestation grid, used by priests to materialize thought forms. Arrange 4 clear quartz points in a square, points inward. Place written desire in center. Add a citrine at the north point. Chant as in light, so in form 9x daily for 9 days. 2. The Egyptian healing protocol, found in temple inscriptions at Dendera. Lay rose quartz on heart, lapis lazuli on throat. Hold selenite wand above body, moving counterclockwise. Hum at 128 Hz, the frequency of quartz. 3. The shamanic journey stone. For accessing hidden knowledge, charge a smoky quartz under full moon. Hold in left hand while drumming. Ask a question aloud before sleep. Record morning impressions immediately. The 3 most dangerous mistakes. Using cracked crystals. Fractures create chaotic energy vortices. Always dispose of damaged stones by returning them to Earth. Mixing incompatible frequencies. Example, malachite ruby equals overstimulation. Research combinations carefully. Neglecting energetic hygiene. Crystals absorb energy like sponges, cleanse weekly if used for healing. The Instant Energy Toolkit. For anxiety, press blue lace agate to your pulse points. For creativity, wear carnelian at the sacral chakra. For psychic attacks, place black tourmaline at all room corners. For lucid dreams, tape a moonstone to your forehead before sleep. The final mystery: when stones disappear. Advanced practitioners report crystals vanishing then reappearing. This isn't loss, it's the stone working in higher dimensions. Check under your pillow, even if you already looked. Near other crystals, they sometimes migrate. In places you've been emotionally charged. Your relationship with crystals is alive. They respond to your growth, sometimes leaving when their lesson is complete, only to return when you're ready for the next initiation. There is a moment, a threshold, when theory becomes knowing. When the rose quartz in your palm no longer feels like an object, but a pulse. When the amethyst on your altar hums in the moonlight, and you realize you are not holding a crystal, the crystal is holding you. We began this journey questioning how mere stones could influence consciousness. Now we see the truth. Crystals are the Earth's nervous system. Crystalline synapses relaying frequencies between matter and spirit. Every point and facet an antenna tuned to both your heartbeat and the cosmos. The great remembering. What we call crystal work is really relearning our native language, the vibrational dialect our ancestors used to speak with mountains and stars. Modern science now confirms your DNA responds to quartz frequencies. Your thoughts imprint on crystal lattices. Your energy field syncs with their geometry. This isn't magic. It's physics disguised as mysticism, the forgotten science of a connected universe. The invitation. That inexplicable pull you feel toward certain stones, that's no accident. They called to you across time and space, recognizing a frequency match. Perhaps a rose quartz remembers your Atlantean healing work. A moldavite recognizes your starseed signature. A simple river stone has waited centuries to ground your light. The final revelation. The greatest secret isn't how to use crystals, it's that they've been using us. These are not passive tools, but conscious collaborators in Earth's evolution. Every time you program a crystal with intention, clear stagnant energy with selenite, wear lapis to enhance wisdom, you participate in an ancient pact between humanity and the mineral kingdom, a symbiotic dance of awakening, the question that lingers. Now that you know these stones are alive with purpose, ask yourself, what will you create together? The answer begins the moment you pick up a crystal and feel it pick you up in return.